Pwede. Pwede na.
Okay, minimize your voice. Since every one of you have already completed the task, so I need one representative to come in front and briefly discuss your task specifically. So, good afternoon. So, iniabutan natin isagutan namin isa group 1. So, first is urban farming. So, ang ako pagsabot sa urban farming is dyan sa syudad. So, ang vertical farming since sa syudad mangkot is kanang gagmay na kaayo ang space. So, that's why mas dito ang vertical farming kan pag-ibang naman siya pataas siya. So, ma-maximize nimo ang space. Second is container gardening. So, di ba, ma-maximize mo sa siya kaya wala na yung space magbutar ang kausapan or kung dili mga container na pili na gamiton. Then, hydro only. So, hydroponics kay diripot siya sa urban kanin mga kaubos ka ni sa iban o kanang mo dili ka siya sa climate resilient farming. Next is soil conservation. So for example, ang mulching ang cover cropping kaya niya mo ng water no, which is mga provide siya during sa drought season or kapag sa yuta. Next is water management. Of course, kung mag-import ang water management, then paano na ito siya ay dili siya sa climate resilient farming. It's because dili niya matarong niya ang matarong niya pagkuhan kung wala din proper irrigation, proper sa water. Next is crop diversification. So when we say crop diversification, klase na crop. So ano naman na siya sa climate resilient farming? It's because pag magtanong ka o kaning any kind sa kaning crops, pag mapatayan mo ba na ang kailangan na harvest. So yes, thank you so much. So let's get started. So basically, if you got the idea. So here is the answer key. Urban farming, hydroponics, vertical farming, rooftop farming, community gardening, and container gardening. And as for the climate resilient farming, we have the crop diversification, drought-resistant crops. Drought po, di pagbasa ka, it's not drought, it's drought. Agroforestry, water management, and soil conservation. So, I guess you have the idea kung what is all about our topic for this afternoon, right? Yes, ma'am. Very good. So we have here our objective. Kindly read, encourage. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to identify and explain the different types of urban farming and climate resilient farming. To differentiate urban farming and climate resilient farming. Organize and present the key concepts of urban farming and climate resilient farming by creating a concept map that shows their definitions, types of practices, and organize and explain the relationship among these ideas clearly. Yes. Okay. So we have in connection into our short activity earlier, we have a follow-up question. So what do you think is the difference between urban farming and climate resilient farming? Yes, Ms. Amaro, what do you think is the difference between the two?
So if we talk about urban farming, then siya is nagamit na din siya para sa example, kagaya na ma'am na nagamit siya ako ng mga container, hydroponics, walang climate resilient farming, is na rin siya ang kanang nana sa dako bitaw nga area, which is diyan na bilong ang crop diversification, mga agroforestry.
Yes, no, thank you so much. And as for the second question, which practice do you think is the most useful in your daily lives or community and why? Yes, Mr. Bokon?
Well, for me, ma'am, is the most useful sa kuha is ang climate resilient farming. Kaya gano'n naman nga dapat for example, na kayo farm. So, dapat ma-apply mo mga those practices nga maka-contribute sa imong field and also maka-survive and para maka-sustain sa imong daily lives. Kaya kung wala kayo mga those practices nga dira na nabutang is na possibility nga dili ka jud gana imong build or possibility nga wala kayo kuha business na imong pagkakamdaman.
Yes, very good. So, and as for the last question, I think this is just typo, some sort of a typo. So, ano nang i-state ang question? So, how does climate resilient farming help with sustainability? Yes, Ms. Mikuna. The question is, how does climate resilient farming help with sustainability?
So, farming no, it can help to improve the climate and also it helps to improve the soil. Kaya maghatag mo siya o soil conservation and also makahatag siya o kailang kuan.
Okay, thank you. So, let's give them a tatong bagsak ka. Isang bagsak! Isang bagsak! Isang bagsak!
it is a method in which a plant is a crop is planted in water. No, dito siya makuha ang nutrients sa water. Ang tanang nga potential sa water pwede niya gamiton as nutrient para nga mag-grow, para nga ma-harvest, tapos ma-sale, tapos ipituloy.
Yes, when we say hydroponics, these are the methods of growing plants by using the water solely, right? Without needing a soil. Yes, why do you think, Mr. Ilo? Why do you think that this hydroponics falls under the category of urban farming?
Because it maximize some, well, in urban farming, if you have in a city, you will not you cannot find any soil because it is more on rooftops. So you can use hydroponics to raise crops with the water that provides nutrients. Yes.
Very good, correct, right? So see, hydroponics, when we're having a heavy rainfall, right? So di ba magamit na po ang tubig na gikan sa ulan para serves as water for our plants. Yes, that is a very good idea. And the next one is vertical farming. I do believe, Mr. Enos, you have the idea of what vertical farming is.
Vertical farming is
Can you stand up, please?
so vertical or farming is sa ako vertical farming is sa mga itong tag-stack ng mga plants na kay gamay man area itong sa gamit kay tag-stack agad sila para ma-conserve ang kuwan nila area.
Yes, and vertical farming is very ideal, especially in urban or in a city. And it's because you can maximize the space, no? So that is why vertical farming falls under the category of urban farming. So next one is dark rooftop gardening. Yes, Miss Maningo, what is rooftop gardening? Naalang sa kanyang mga balay-balay, like, for example, sa ay nasa isa-isa sa kanyang mga balay. For example, example dito para sa mga na ay nagtapulan, nagtanong sila naalang sa isa, another is like tomato or nagtapulan ng yes, yes. See, rooftop gardening is very common in cities. And it's because we have a limited space or areas to plant crops. So some of the citizens or people living in the city, we are using their rooftop intended for gardening in order to produce such fresh and healthy.
Subsistent farming.
Yes,
Carlos Yolo.
yes, say rooftop gardening. And para mas makasave, di ba? Kay usually ang mga pagkaon dito sa city is mga pinalit. So by gardening in our rooftop, we could save sa money. The next one is community gardening. Yes, Mr. Eagles, what is community gardening and why is it important in urban
Community gardening is when group of people come together and share create space. So in urban city, urban community, ginakanin nila is to share the area para paan nila mga tanong, kailang ibang tanong nila is contribute magamit po para sa tanan dili ra para sa isa ka tawo para po sa kadaganan.
Yes, very good. That is correct. Community gardening is when a group of people grow plants together. So do you believe that community gardening exists in urban areas? Yes. Yes, right? No? It does not only Did you understand about the urban farming?
Yes,
Yes. So next, I think we could jump down to climate resilient farming. So yes, Mr. Dio, what is climate resilient farming in your idea?
In terms of the climate resilient farming, talaga ito mga crops pa mga kaya mo states in terms sa drought na siyempre sa Pilipinas mostly natin parang nila na drought na Pilipinas sa Cotabato. So climate resilient farming is a strategy in it is a strategy to have a specific type of crops nga makaawat o pangalan ng mga binatang maging pagkatulog.
Yes. When we say climate resilient farming, it is an approach that usually our farmers adapt, no? Especially nga kita nga nasa Pilipinas is we are prone to tropical
area.
weather, which is drought, right? So that is why our farmers needs to find a way in order to adapt to the climate. No? Despite the extreme weather such as heavy rainfall or drought, it helps to ensure our crop productivity. So, first we have the crop diversification. Yes, Ms. Forminan, what is crop diversification in your own understanding? And why do you think it is important to adopt crop diversification?
So, crop diversification means kanang magkalain-lain bitaw sa mga crops kayo naman. It's very, very important. Tungod kay, syempre, like, ano mo siya, in other terms, it is mixed cropping. So, if ever na ma-field ang kanang isa ka crop within that weather, the other will survive. So, that's all.
Yes, because the crop diversification is indeed somewhat like a mixed cropping. So, although one of your plant failed to thrive or survive, at least you have another another option, of course, no? Para mag-sustain sa inyong plant. Yes. Of course, yes. No? So that is why dili lang mas ganagin siya kung hamok ang atong plants na itanom. Rather than sticking to one
Crops.
no, sticking to
One crop.
Yes, the next one is drought resistant crops. So what is drought resistant? Resistant crops, and what is the best example of this? Yes, Mr. Macau.
One of the best example is Kaliburian. Ang namatayan, drought resistant crops are those can withstand the heat or the temperature resistance, ma'am. And then the examples are sweet potato, cassava, and that's it.
Yes, very enough. When we say drought resistant crops, these are the crops that we commonly plant in an area where they can survive or adapt drought or with minimal water, right? Or heavy rainfall. So, di ba, if you can notice or if you wonder, there are some plants that could survive during heavy rainfall and extreme heat. Extreme heat, di ba? So, ang example, we have the cassava. And what's the best example for heavy rainfall?
Rice.
Corn.
Rice, right, and
Corn.
corn. So, with proper irrigation,
Legumes.
of course. So, we have to adapt in order to sustain the farm. Next is agroforestry. So, what is agroforestry again? Yes. Yes, Miss Arcala. Yes. What is agroforestry again?
Agroforestry is the practice of growing trees, vegetables,
crops, and trees.
crops.
and animals.
Yes.
So, by planting trees, we can
Plant crops.
prevent soil
Erosion.
tapos, avoid flooding. Yes. Kaya sila ang mag-survive sa existing.
Best example na naman is sa amo dito sa Bodlengen because ang picture is prone to heat kanang di sila pwede makuwanan o mainitan o kusog ug mawanan sa gamit nila gitanom nila doon sa kanang mga dagkong kahoy nga mas matabunan siya ba para dili gid siya ang iya is kanang neutral nga gani para mabuhi gyud mabalik.
Yes.
Kag dili mabalik.
So, ang kitchen mangod na is pag once initan mo siya
Tuda.
dati siya mo kuan masaw or stagnant iya growth. Pero kung mawala na po si Jan kuan sa malata. So that is why yun para dapat ang weather sa
Iwas po sa wind damage.
yes. So, every forestry.
Mapinsan.
Tapos, ang animals nga nag-integrate niya is, ang ihang mga waste is
Ma-fertilizer.
fertilizer.
Yes.
So that is why it is important. Next one is the water management. So why do you think water management falls under the category of universal in farming? Yes, Miss Andre?
Water management is the proper use of conservation of water for farming and health balancing water. So, through that note, showing an uses of water management is isa sa makatabang sa farmer pag-save and then to ensure gani nga ang crop is mo grow siya og well or what I mean is mo gain mutubo siya og ganun sa araw mo sprout siya og tarang dili kon kanang malaya o dali-dali.
Yes, very good. The proper conservation of water, despite of the extreme weather, despite of the extreme heat, our crops can survive. It is because we are using the
Water management. Water management.
what precisely without wasting it, diba? So by extreme weather and then what minimal lang ang atong kanang stock of water, we can use the isa man. Yes. What else? Pag di ko lang, sa water. Water. Ato siya stock, no? That is one of the water management. So the next one is soil conservation. Yes, Mr. Pagaula.
Soil conservation. It is a practice protecting and maintaining healthy soil. So, dili na nato i-consider ba kuan, minimize ato ang chemical ba. Pero pinamahalaga. Tapos ato diha nato isulod tong mga organic ng mga fertilizer pero ayan na kay parang chemical. Para ma-conserve ang soil. Kaya need good nato i-conserve ang soil.
Tingaman. Why?
Kaya kung malawak ang soil, ang nutrients sa soil, dili na siya magamit, na tendency nga mapatay ang soil, ang plant nga nasa soil, ang itanom. So, mapituhan ang economy, ang ecology.
Ecosystem and environment.
Yes, Miss Uminda, thank you so much. Yes, Miss Uminda, why do you think soil conservation benefits the future generation and our
Soil
economy?
conservation is a process of conserving the soil by adding like perfect example is adding mga manure sa soil so the soil will make tambok.
What is tambok?
Fertile.
Synthetic.
or any chemical components that could deteriorate our soil nutrients that may affect our plant growth and affect the
Hell.
yield. Go on.
Ako si Mr. Elo, ang soil conservation. Kaya pag umandog kami sa yuta, itaguan.
Ako din yung
Okay, so much for that.
Application time.
Okay. And is there any question or clarification regarding to our discussion?
No, ma'am.
I object.
I object.
Yes?
Second demotion.
Okay. I will group the class, or I will divide the class at least 3. So,
Sige.
count 1, 2, 3, 4, 3,
2.
2,
Among
Isa may tray.
Kasi talaga adrenaline rin. John.
Please minimize your voice to avoid disturbance in the other classes.
So kuha na dia kuha. Yes.
Oh, kay dapat
Kuha man siya mo gani. Dire butang uban.
Kuha naman dia, may basihan na to. Ya. Diba magmahay ka na. Ato nga ang kwan be ay dapat ingani na diri ka basta ang kastan mo. Siguro may idugang be ka. Islugi pa ka rin.
go.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
We are the group 1. Okay, so urban farming and climate resilient farming. So first, interconnected sustainable agriculture. No, first, the Rest. Can you rest? Maka-improve siya sa soil. Right?
Yes.
Okay. And then the practice is crop diversification, drought resistant yan. Drought.
Alam ma'am, grammar ma'am.
Drought resistant yan. Adaptable man siya, no? So, mabuhay siya bisag minimal na water. And then, water management na balik-balik. Oo, kay mamanage mo pangayo ang water tungod kay resistant na siya sa hot weather and rainy weather or improper irrigation po, syempre. And ang muna to, and that's all. Thank you. Yeah. Perfect. Ano sige mga tao?
Next group.
Ako rin ba? Ano na ilong? Kamu rin ko na.
Ano na ilog?
Then ay ay next
Go, Kuya Elo.
Sa bagay na.
Kuya Ella. Butay ka lang sa mga inyet. Kasi iman din ko
Sige na, mag-sunscreen. Sige na. Good morning. So, good afternoon, ma'am. This is our group. These are the this is our output. So we are the group 3. So first is urban farming. When we say urban farming, that is found in a place where the place is so smooth. So let's proceed. Definition. So type of urban farming, we have here hydroponics, growing plants without soil. Growing plants without soil. So in important definition of importance is improves food security. So when we say food security is ma-ensure jud nato nga dili ta mapas mo, dili ta gutom mo. Tungod kay maka-grow tag plants without soil, instead of soil we have water. Next is vertical farming. Stacking crops in layer to save space. So kung ikaw na yung apartment, so kung ang apartment mo is only 4x4, you can use vertical farming since ang imuhang apartment is daman sa rooftop. Pwede mo gagamit na rin ng subos, kaya na may imuhang kuan ceiling. So pwede na nito siya gamitin vertical, kawit tagida sa ibabaw. Gatanong ka na, pwede ka lang magbubugigan sa ibabaw so the water, the trails can absorb down to the can absorb the soil down to the ground. Stacking crops, so save space in cities. So when we say cities, applicable only siya only for in Manila, like Manila, yes, because Manila has a very one tiny spaces. So next is rooftop gardening. Planting on building rooftop. So when we say rooftop, nasa ibabaw. Reduces transportation cost. So transportation cost, since nga naman kay garden sa rooftop, di na kakailangan mamalingke, gawas, bugas to para sa pamasahe. So next is community gardening. Shared gardens by groups, communities. So promotes environmental sustainability. So best example is katong ang makitaan sa Sinda, manala sila community gardening sa ubos sa ilang municipality.
Hadapit sir. Hadapit sir.
O na sila dito magkita. O sa barangay hall, I mean, Nari sila small community garden dito nga ilang itabangan para po silang kawali mo, silang family portion. So, container gardening, growing plants in pots. Growing plants in pots, guys, or containers. So, parang nga lang sa mga kuano, for example, anis, parang nga sa mga hotel, mga apartment, pwede ka magtanong, or sa mga, for example, sa Maynila, sa mga daw kanina, sa squatter area sa Maynila, since buot man dito, kargado basura, pwede ka magtanong sa pot para ito mabuhi ang imong kuan, ang imong tanong, ma-maximize ang fruits. Provides fresh and healthy food. So since nakapat man siya, kontrolado jud nimo ang health. Yes. Climate resilient. Sorry, ganang bali. Saya sa pataw. Climate resilient farming. So crop diversification. When we say diversification, is a diverse crops around crop. Planting different crops during those rest. So best example in this rotation crop rotation. Crop rotation, no? So since nag-rotation ng kadili ka balik-balik ang implementation nimo sa implementation mo sa
Implementation.
Oh, yes. Thank you, ma'am. So next is drought. Crops. Crops that survive with less water. Best example na isa mo basakan. Akala mo basakan, ang weather kininit, need na mo crops na mo thrive. Na bisan gamay rin tubig. Tubig buwan ra. Because we have the less soil water irrigation. Rice. Basakan mo, rice. Basakan kasi mo tanong tomato. So, agroforestry, combining trees and crops. Combining mga trees and crops. Reduce crops when you rest. So, best example na rin sa sa ugangan. Pag may tanong sila, while I observe as I climb the mountain, and pretty here, na-observe na dito, mapagtanong ganun sila, pizza is dili ganun nila ipabantang sa init rather than the rain. Hindi ko nila ipapapabor sa init, hindi ko nila ipapapabor kung diin asa kusog ang tubig kung tikuan, kamanod man. Muna ang ikumbay, ilan nila pakumod sa mga palakatahan, kalubitan, Then, water efficient use. Water management yan. Water management, efficient use of water. Improves long-term productivity. Best example niya pa niya ang aming basakan. May kumpay tubig, patay. Patay nun. Kaya katong naging tubig, wadyo minagtanong pero may tubig. Without water management, all of your crops will die. So, when we say improves long-term productivity, as long as you have the water on your crops, like in the farm rice land, you will assure that the productivity and yield is good. Soil conservation, protecting soil from erosion and degradation. When we say degradation, it's
Degradation.
I'm sorry. Protecting soil from erosion and degradation. When we say degradation, that's the degrade of the nutrient from the soil. Yes. According to my own research. This supports the sustainable agriculture. So when you have the have the healthy lifestyle. Saging yan. Bitaw. Kung healthy mo soil, healthy mo crops, healthy mo panggaling mo.
Dapat malagwan ni mo ang kuha ni Elo.
So, good afternoon everyone. So, a short recap na lang kay since the first and two groups already talked about sa urban farming and climate resilient farming. So, first we about to discuss climate resilient farming. So, farming methods that adapt to climate change. So, na yung mga practices ni si Jama enable nga ma-sustain ang imong isa ka crop na gitanom sa different weather. So, the types of climate resilient farming are the crop diversification, drought resistant crops, agroforestry, water management, and soil conservation. So those types is important ni siya when it comes na raising or having a farm. So dapat kanang knowledgeable enough ta para magkaroon ka ganing one type of practices is kanini mo mitigate sa mga problem nga maka-encounter sa tuwa. So it's very important nung sa farmer nga magkabalo sa mga inanay kay without this is di ka gana ang imong kuan yield. So the importance is reduces risk from climate change, protects crops, improves sustainability, and ensures food security. So for the second one is urban farming. So the practice of cultivating, processing, and distributing food in or around urban areas. So ang types are the hydroponics, vertical farming, rooftop gardening, community gardening, and container gardening. So we all know naman nga if nagpuyo ka sa isa ka city, we all know nga kanang mismo cities gagmay smoke pa na yung area with limited areas. So if kapalo ka sa kaning practices po like kaning urban farming, so dito nimo ma-adapt and dito nimo mamugna nga inani ang mga imuuno nimo kung na kay limited areas nga gusto ka kitay, gusto ka magtanom. So limited yung area wa kay backyard. So sa may imuon
Urban farming.
Oh yes, urban farming. Thank you. So those farming is examples sa kaning urban farming is matatabang po ni si Jack sa mga farmers labi na sa mga nagpuyo sa syudad kay di ba instead of aside save kag space is harvest mo ka and also maka-income mo ka bisan small amount ka. So wala na kayo halos gasto ni nga kaning type of farming. Ang imo lang is how to consume a small amount of space within your area. So I think that would be all. Thank you.
Thank you, Nos. So, before we conclude, I have here a short feedback regarding to your presentation. So, ang isa mo na gani?
Ilan?
So, as for group 1, the completeness and the accuracy is there. It is very evident. It's present. But the completeness, I can say that it was complete because the types gani under the urban farming and climate resilient farming.
Kuya.
Ito gani definition, medyo dito mo nagkulang. Oo. Tapos, the creativity is present bond. So, nakita na ito nga, may drawing dito, tapos, building. Yes. So, dito, well explained, no? Pero, medyo magandang katawangan si ate, pero okay lang, share. And then, sa nakita po na po, dito na nag-collaborate, gani. So, overall, I gave you 48 points over 50.
Wow!
So,
Motivation, but the idea itself is there. Di ba? Maka-judge man mo nga, although nagdara-dara siya, pero ang idea, na-pinpoint na niya. As I see, all members participated in accomplishing the task. So, nakita na po nga sila yung tanan. I give them 50. So, the last one is the road goal. So, nakita, fun content accuracy is evident, but lacking of definition each time. Gihapon kay since siguro na neglect siguro ni Mr. Bukod
Pag-disco.
at least stated to nga mo ang definition sa kanong type. So, since giayo mo siya diri ang atong instruction, so dapat we have to be mindful, no? And then well organized and well explained, no? And then ang collaboration pod is there gihapon. So, I give you 49 out of Yes, is there a question? No, ma'am. So, let's quiz time. Get 1/4 sheet of paper. So, okay na? Okay. Everyone listen. Kindly minimize your voice. Turn your voice down, please. One. So, to sum up our discussion, what did you learn about the urban farming and resilient farming? Miss Yagas. Ma'am. What did you learn about urban farming and climate resilient farming?
So urban farming, I think it's more efficiency because you don't need large na mga areas in order for you to maka-yield ka, but even sa imong backyard or sa imong small na room, you can able to make
Plants.
or a small garden with using hydroponics or anything that are masudad of water and soil so that the crops may grow. And also sa climate resilient farming, so it is kanang sustainable na farming system wherein kanang ma-minimize or something dili ta maapektuhan ko masyado sa global warming, kanang agroforestry, drought resistant crops, soil conservation, water management, crop diversification. So these methods are essential or it helps our nature to resilient sa any
Weather.
What? Yes, very well, no? So let's give her. So, additional. So how does urban farming and climate resilient farming helps for our sustainability? Yes. Mr. Ino. How does urban farming and climate resilient farming helps in sustainability?
Well,
Well,
sa tuwing ko,
how does
urban farming and
help sustainability?
well, it helps us based on our situation in our situation also. It gives us the idea to choose what farming style we would do or we would make even if our places are too huge, we have the place, or even if the place is too small, like we have only limited spaces to farm with, but you have the courage to farm. So in urban farming, you have the courage, so you can farm without enough spaces as long as you can choose the right one that you would do, that you would make, no, like for example sa hydro, sa hydroponics, vertical farming, so kato, even though limited in space, you can still farm for your subsistence or something you have the hilig rin yung mga farm ba. Then sa climate resilience I think this farming, climate resilient farming is the way we choose, or the farmers food security. So diri gipili nila or naanagad sa ila ang trabaho sa pag-farming, though gipili na lang nila diri sa climate resilience what variety nga dapat gamiton nila to thrive in a such changing climate, no, nga dili jud mag-failure or still even mo sustain gyapon ang crops or ang ilahang gipagtanom even though ang climate is mag-utro. So I think that would be all. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir.